Hello dear students, welcome to Swami Study Corner. Today let us discuss about divisibility rule for 7. Today we will discuss divisibility rule for 7. This is a basic divisibility rule. We can use this divisibility rule not only for 7 but also for any other number which is not equal to 2, 5, and their multiples. So this rule can be used for numbers other than 2, 5 and their multiples. Now let us see how we use this rule for 7. Let us take some examples and discuss this rule. For example, we have 371. Is it divisible by 7? To find whether 371 is divisible by 7, how can we apply this divisibility rule? 371, first step, add or subtract a multiple of 7. Add or subtract a multiple of 7 to this 371 so that the resulting number ends with 0. Now we have to choose a multiple of 7 so that when we add it or subtract it from 371, we will get a number which ends with 0. Here we have 371. If we add 9 here, we get 0. We will get a number ending with 0. Or if we subtract 1 from this number, we will get a number ending with 0. We have, say, 7 3s are 21. If we subtract 21, so we have to subtract 21. 21 is a multiple of 7. We have to subtract 21. So we are getting 0 as last digit. 0, 5, 3. Now we are getting 350. So if this 350 is divisible by 7, 371 is also divisible by 7. Now here 350 is divisible by 7 when 35 is divisible by 7. So in second step, you discard this last 0. First step, add or subtract a multiple of 7 so that we get a resulting number ending with 0. Then second step, discard 0. So what we are getting here, we are getting 35 here. If 35 is divisible by 7, then 371 is also divisible by 7. If the remaining number is divisible by 7, then the original number is also divisible by 7. So here we have two steps. First step is add or subtract a multiple of 7 to get a number ending with 0. Then discard that 0. If the remaining number is divisible by 7, then the original number is also divisible by 7. Here we are explaining this divisibility for ref 7. We can use this divisibility for any number other than 2, 5 and their multiples. Suppose if we do not know whether 35 is divisible by 7 or not, then we follow the same process again. For this small number 371, this much is enough. Let us take another number, 293. Is it divisible by 7? 293. What can we add or subtract? We can add 7. Add 7 to get a number ending with 0. We have 0 here. Then again we get 0. Then 300. Now we have to discard this last 0. If we find any other 0 also, we have to discard this 0. The remaining number is 3. 3 is not divisible by 7. So 293 is not divisible by 7. Let us take another example. 1841, 1841. Is it divisible by 7? 1841. So what can we say? 7 3s are 21. So we can subtract 21. Or we can add 49. 7 7s are 49. We can add 49. By adding 49 or by subtracting 21, we get a number ending with 0. So let us take first 21. Subtract 21. So we get 0 here, 2 here, 8, 1. Then discard last 0. We get 182. Now, to suppose we are unable to decide whether 182 is divisible by 7, then repeat the same process. How do we get a number ending with 0? We can add 7 4s are 28. So we can add 28. Or we can subtract 42. Let us take this one. 28. We can add. So we get 0 here, 1 carry, then 1, 2. 210. Discard this 0. We remain with 21. 21 is divisible by 7. So 1841 is also divisible by 7. Okay. Here 21 is divisible by 7. Because 21 is divisible by 7, 210 is divisible by 7. As 210 is divisible by 7, 182 is divisible by 7. So 1820 is divisible by 7. So 1841 is divisible by 7. As 21 is divisible by 7, 1841 is also divisible by 7. Now let us take another example. 4653. Is it divisible by 7? 4653. Then what can we add or subtract? We can add 7 or we can subtract 63. If we add 7, we get 0 here, 6 here, 6 and 4. Discard this last 0. We are getting 466. 466. Now to decide whether 466 is divisible by 7, repeat the process again. Now we can add 14. 7 2s are 14, add 14. So we get 0 here, 8 here, 4. Discard this 0. We remain with 48. 48 is not divisible by 7. So 4653 is also not divisible by 7. Now let us take another number. 70,532. Let us check with this rule whether this number is divisible by 7. Then what shall we do? What can we add? We can add 28. 7 4s are 28. We can add 28 or subtract 42. Now we are adding 28. We get 0 here, 6 here, 5, 0, 7. Now discard last 0. We are getting 7056. Now we can subtract 56. subtract 56. Then we get 0 here, 0 here, 0 and 7. Now discard this 0, this 0, this 0. We remain with 7. 7 is divisible by 7. So 70,532 is also divisible by 7. We can see another number, 6th one, 1001. Let us see whether 1001 is divisible by 7. We can subtract 21 to get a number ending with 0. So 0 here, 8, 9, 980. Now discard this 0. We remain with 98. 98, if you are unable to decide whether this is divisible by 7 or not, then repeat the process again. We can subtract 28. We get 0 here, 7 here. Now discard this 0. We remain with 7. 7 is divisible by 7. So 1001 is also divisible by 7. We can use this same process for any number. Actually, this rule can be used for 3, 7, 9, 11, 13, 17, 19, 21, 22, etc. Any number other than 2, 5 and their multiples, we can use this rule. Already we have familiar rules for 7, 9 and 11. So we do not require this divisibility rule, but for 7, 13, 17, for these numbers, we can use this rule. This is a single rule for all these numbers. Using this single basic rule, we can prepare separate rules for all these numbers. In next video, we will see how do we prepare separate rules for 7, 13, 17 for all these numbers. First, let us see this same rule for 13 also, divisibility rule for 13. The same divisibility rule we use for 7 and 13, 17, 19, etc. numbers. Here we are using for 13. Let us take one number, 80,782. Is it divisible by 13? The number given is 80,782. So we have to take a multiple of 13. When we add or subtract that multiple to this number, we have to get a number ending with 0. We can take 13 4s are 52. We can subtract 52. We are subtracting 52. Here we get 0, 3, 7, 0, 8. This is first step. Second step, discard this 0. Now we are remained with 8073. To decide whether this is divisible by 13, repeat the process. We can subtract 13 from this. We get 0 here, 6, 0, 8. Then discard this last digit, last 0, 806. Now repeat the same process. We can subtract 26. 13 2s are 26. We can subtract it. So we get 0 here, 8, 7. Discard this 0. We remain with 78. 78 is divisible by 13. So 80,782 is also divisible by 13. Let us see another number. 6,799. Is it divisible by 13? We can subtract 39. So we get 0 here, 6, 7, 6. Discard this last 0. We remain with 676. Now subtract 26. We get 0, 5, 6. Now discard this 0. We remain with 65. 65 is divisible by 13. So this 6,799 is also divisible by 13. Another one, let us see. 1001. Is it divisible by 13? 13 3s are 39. We can add 39 to get a number ending with 0. We get 0 here, 4, 0, 1. Discard this last 0. We have 104. 104 is divisible by 13. If you do not know, we can further add 26. We get 0 here, 3, 1. Now discard this 0. We get 13. 13 is divisible by 13. So 1001 is also divisible by 13. So this method is a single method useful for several numbers. Using this basic divisibility rule only, we get separate rules for 7, 13, 17. In next video, we will see how to prepare separate rules. Those separate rules can be formed by taking multiples in the form of 10n plus 1 or 10n minus 1. For every number, we can frame two rules using these multiples. In next video, let us see how to prepare divisibility rules. See you in next video.